a 3rd and 7, and the Mounties defense will look to get off of the field and force a 3 and out.
Well, yeah, I hope that the Mount Sac can sit back now. They can keep the receivers in front of them, and most of all, keep King in the pocket.
2 back set for the Tigers. 3 wide, 2 aligned to the far side of the field. 10:46 left to go in the opening quarter, no score. 3rd and 7 for Riverside from their own 18. King will drop back to throw. Now the rush coming. He's going to step up and run. Stiff arms a man, gets across the 25-yard line, but he's a couple of yards short of the first down marker. Well, RCC will be forced to punt.
Yeah, they're forcing the punt, but as you can see, King is dangerous coming out of the backfield. I mean, he was tripped up. They're just short of the first down.
Nicholas King, the redshirt sophomore transfer from El Camino College. He averages 5.7 yards per rush. He's ran for 511 yards this year coming in, 5 touchdowns. He's fumbled it twice, though. Anthony Zamora on to punt. The left-handed punter gets off a spiraling kick that will take an RCC hop down inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. So because Fulham was able to pin RCC deep and the Mounties defense was able to force a 3 and out, some decent field position now for the offense. They'll start at their own 39, no score.
Well, yes, and this is where Mount Sac needs to use 10 plays to get into the end zone. Nothing quick, just nice, steady offensive play and get in there and start mixing it up with the front 7. Start wearing them down.
Well, the officials moved up the ball spot by 5 yards.
Well, I think they're making up for the 2 yards they took on the last series.
The Mounties start at their own 44 instead, and they'll go back to Tolbert on the ground, who crosses the 45 and gets to the 46 for 2 more yards on first down, 2nd and 8.
Yeah, they're going to have to get some more push up there in the front. Like I say, Bakar and West are going to have to get some more push up there in front. And I do see, can't pronounce his name, but Supulo Tamalu is in the ball game at right guard, which is surprising as he hurt his right knee pretty severely in the last game.
2nd and 8 for Mount Sac from their own 46. Little play action here. Allo under duress. Now he's going to take off and run. Crosses midfield and steps out of bounds at the RCC 49-yard line. That's a pickup of 5, and it'll bring up 3rd and 3 for the Mounties at the RCC 49 with 9:24 left to go in the opening quarter. Still no score.
Yeah, I really like that play. They rolled him out to the left. His strength is more, he's a right-handed quarterback, but I still like the play using Allo's feet as well as his ability to throw the football.
So 3rd and 3 here for the Mounties from the RCC 49. 2 back set. Tolbert and Brandon Wilson in the backfield with Justin Allo. 3 wide set, 2 aligned to the far side of the field. The snap is back, Allo to throw. Dump off a screen pass for Wilson, who crosses the 49, but he's still a couple of yards short of the first down marker. And Mount Sac already, for the second time tonight, will have to punt it away, you'd have to think here.
Yeah, they will punt. That was an excellent read by the Riverside defense. Getting the tackle. The reserve corner that's filling in for Broughton came up on that flat pass and made the tackle.
So a 3 and out for the Mountie offense. The 2 teams trading 3 and outs here. Fulham will roll to his right, gets hit hard. That's not a roughing the punter penalty because he got hit as soon as he booted it off, and it'll hop on out of bounds, will the football inside the 20. Another fantastic punt for Christian Fulham.
Yep.
RCC will start at their own 17. For the Mounties on offense, conservative play calling the first 2 drives.
Yeah, I don't mind it, to be honest with you, Chris. I think they're trying to use that ball control offense. They're trying to keep the ball away from Riverside. Unfortunately, the flat pass didn't work. Like I said, it was an excellent play by Fort, and they just got to keep going at them like that. Keep the ball, keep the clock moving, and try and get those first downs.
So with 8:39 left to go in the opening quarter, RCC on their second offensive drive of the night. They'll start at their own 17-yard line. No score between Mount Sac and Riverside City College in the SCFA Championship. Play action here. King going to go deep downfield, but nowhere near his intended target. Nicholas King that time was going for number 3 on the RCC Tigers, Jermel Walker, the 6'1", 180-pound sophomore out of nearby Rancho Cucamonga, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, the Mounties put on a considerable rush on that play and made King throw off his back foot.
The Mounties ranked 28th in the state in passing defense. They allow 219 passing yards per game, but did very well last week against Fullerton College. High snap here, and the handoff will go to Anderson, who's stacked up at the 20-yard line for a pickup of 3. And like we expected, and like I mentioned a little bit earlier, some more extracurricular activity after the play.
Well, yeah,
the Mounties got to be careful, though, because they don't want to draw any silly penalties.
Once contact's made, though, Chris, with the running back needs to come to the ground. Until he does, it's fair play. And one of the twins swung him around there and brought him down late. But like I said, the running back was still on his feet.
So the Mountie defense looking for another 3 and out. Empty set here, 5 wide for Nicholas King. Riverside at 3rd and 7 from their own 20. Snap is back. King will roll near side of the field. Now he's going to take off and run. Throws as he runs, and he'll complete the pass across the 30-yard line to the 33-yard line. Ramirez caught it for RCC, but now the officials will rule that he was bobbling it on his way out of bounds. Incomplete, another 3 and out for the RCC offense. The Mounties catching a break there.
Yeah, I'm not pulling for the Tigers in any way, but I wish the officiating would have been a little quicker with the call there. That was a little confusing as they both ran to the spot of the catch before they waved it off as incomplete.
Well, I thought that Nicholas King threw that ball beyond the line of scrimmage. It was awfully close.
Yes,
but luckily for Riverside, no flag, and Zamora will punt from inside his own 10. Aaron Vaughn's the freshman. Back deep to get it. Mounties will bring some pressure and won't be able to block the punt. A much better punt this time from Zamora as Aaron Vaughn's will call for the fair catch and make it inside his own 40-yard line. They'll mark the ball this time at the 39. Now back to the 38 as the confusion continues between our officiating crew tonight. 3rd offensive drive already for the Mounties.
Yeah.
7:38 left to go in the opening quarter. And let's see if Coach Jastrab decides to open up the playbook a little bit.
That's possible now. You know, the boys have mixed it up a little, but it is a defensive game right now, and anybody who's been watching these two teams knew this was coming.
A chess match, per se. 1st and 10 for the Mounties. From their own 38-yard line, the lone back, Omaris Tolbert, trips right. 3 receivers to the far side of the field. Allo to throw. Fires over the middle. He has Derek Macon inside the 45. Down to the 39-yard line of the Tigers.
Oh, what a beautiful pass by Allo. About a 30-yarder that never got more than head high. All the way down to Macon, who stretched the field. And this is going to be effective for the Mounties.
Derek Macon, the transfer from El Camino. He's been fantastic for the Mounties this year. Handoff to Tolbert. And Tolbert able to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Might have lost a yard. RCC, beefy defensive line. It's going to be hard to get the run game going north to south against them.
Yeah, Chris, I know it's going to be difficult, but it's something the Mount Sac is going to need to do. You got to wear out that front 7. They're awfully active.
2 back set here for the Mounties. Brandon Wilson and Omaris Tolbert. 3 wide set, 2 aligned to the far side of the field. Still no sign of Gilchrist. He has not made an appearance tonight. Maybe he doesn't have to. Allo going to go deep to the end zone. Macon, and it went off of his fingertips. He would have had a Mountie touchdown. Allo, by a hair, overshoots Derek Macon, and it'll bring up 3rd and 11.
Yeah, that was kind of a risky throw. That's not, they're starting to spread the field vertically. Unfortunately, now it's 3rd and long, Chris. This is kind of stuff that I don't want to see out of Mount Sac. I'd rather see a grind and pound it out kind of offense.
Well, now Gilchrist on the field. He'll line up to the near side of the field. 4 wide set, 2 split out to each side. The lone back, Omaris Tolbert. 3rd and 11 for the Mounties from the RCC 40. This is the Mounties' first time in enemy territory. Allo fumbled the snap, but he had to fall back on top of it, or else it would have been a turnover. Luckily for the Mounties, he did just that.
Yeah, he wasn't even looking for the ball. There was a miscommunication by the center again. That's the second time he's been offsides. One time they called it before he snapped the ball twice too early, and one time they called him for illegal procedure.
So for the first 3 plays that the Mounties run in enemy territory, they get -2 yards out of it. Yeah. And now Fulham to punt for the 3rd time already. High end-over-end kick. Tramel Davis will let it hop inside the 5, and it'll get back into the end zone for a touchback. So RCC will have their best starting field position of the night on their 3rd offensive drive from their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, this is, it's going to be a defensive struggle. And like I said, Mount Sac can spread the field vertically, but I think that's something that you keep in your pocket right now. Right now you got to develop. It's going to be a physical game, as you know. And as you've been saying, it's going to be physical. So let's get the physicality of the game out, and then let's go to our finesse later.
6:14 left to go in the opening quarter from Riverside City College.
Foster's in.
First time tonight we've seen the sophomore Denzel Foster, the SCFA Offensive Player of the Year. 4 wide set. They won't use Foster. King will run, has some room, near side of the field, crosses the 30-yard line, and it'll pick up the first down for RCC to the 32. Nicholas King with 12 yards on the keeper.
Yeah, running behind that big offensive line, Dwayne Wallace, a 350-pound offensive guard out of Martin Luther King, led that play.
Denzel Foster, a local product out of J.W. North High School, did not play due to a leg injury that he suffered in the final week of the regular season against Citrus. He did not play in the round 1 win over Ventura last week, as RCC going to get called for their first penalty of the game. A false start will back them up to their own 27, 1st and 15.
Yeah, Foster's got a little butterflies. He moved a little early there.
Pistol set for the Tigers. A receiver split out to each side. 2 tight ends. The lone back, Foster, will get his first carry of the game, and he gets up the middle to the original line of scrimmage, 32-yard line, a pickup of 5, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Riverside's following suit. I mean, this is going to be a physical brawl. There's no doubt about it. They're going to feel each other out on the inside before they start moving the ball around.
2nd and 10 now for RCC. No score, 5:20 left to go in the opening quarter. High snap once again. King will get it. He'll dump off a pass to his tight end and tackled in the backfield for a loss of 2 yards. It was his second reception of the night. It's Capelli Pomi, who really statistically serves as the number 3 tight end on this team, but they've used him twice so far early on. That time the Mounties were all over it.
Yeah,
and it'll bring up 3rd and 13.
Cornerback Chris Solomon just moved right up on that big fella, rode his back and got him down for a loss. That was a great play by the Mounties.
Interesting that Coach Kraft electing to use Capelli Pomi behind 2 of his other tight ends, Ramirez and Moore, and both with Division I offers. King here on a 3rd and 13 will keep far side of the field, and he's tackled at the 33-yard line. And the Riverside Tigers, for the 3rd time already, will be forced to punt themselves.
Well, they're reading his mail. They know exactly what King is trying to do. He's trying to get back there and do the quarterback draw, try to get around the corner. But the Mounties read it great and tackled him for a 2 or 3 yard gain.
So both of these offenses just look confused to start.
Yeah, it just goes to show we've got a couple of excellent defenses playing against each other. Defenses win football games.
Zamora to punt. Gets it off. High spiraling kick. Aaron Vons goes back inside his own 25 to get it. From the 21, he'll look to return it to the far side of the field, and he gets up to the 24-yard line before being taken down by Ryan Ramirez on special teams. And for the 4th time tonight, can you believe it, Mountie Man, we got 3:54 left to go in the opening quarter. No score between Mount Sac and Riverside. But for the 4th time tonight, we'll see Justin Allo in the offense.
Yeah, they're exchanging blows. They're going back and forth, and no points on the board yet. But I don't think that's going to last.
Well, the winner of this game, this is the SCFA Championship, will host the state championship game for California in 2 weeks against the CCSF Rams, who took down American River 17-14 earlier today. And I didn't see a penalty marker, but looks like the officials may be backing up the football here. Maybe not. Now they are. I didn't see that penalty marker, did you?
I did not see it either. It must have been at the line of scrimmage.
So holding against the Mounties, it'll back the football up to the Mountie 14. So instead of starting from the 24, they'll start from their own 14. 1st and 10 for Mount Sac. Worst starting field position of the day for Allo in the offense. 4 wide set. 3 aligned to the near side of the field. The lone back, Omaris Tolbert. The give to Tolbert. Finds some room up the middle. Crosses the 20, 25-yard line. Gets to the far side of the field across the 30, 35-yard line. Stiff arms the man to the 37. Lost the football, but the officials will mark that Omaris Tolbert was down. And he'll pick up a big first down for the Mounties. Give Omaris Tolbert 25 yards on the carry.
Yeah, there's a lot of grumbling over here, and I can see why. Terrence Solomon, the free safety, came up, and I think he might have stripped the ball before Tolbert hit the ground, but the officials didn't see it that way, thank goodness.
Well, last time these two teams met up, Tolbert fumbled down inside the 5, and that really swung the momentum and led to the 4-point RCC win luckily there, the officials ruled Tolbert down. 1st and 10 for the Mounties from their own 36. Allo to keep. Gets to the far side of the field, and he's hit hard after a pickup of 2.
Yeah, again, I'm not in favor of seeing Allo being